Welcome back. Today we are on part 2 of teaching my girlfriend SEO. We got our hot chocolate, which is nice. Are you ready for part 2?
Yeah, teach me.
Okay, let's do a quick recap.
Oh my god, you didn't tell me.
What did you learn yesterday?
Like kind of more the definition of SEO, because I felt like we were just building a business and trying to rank it, and I thought SEO was the super specific definition.
Okay, so you learned the basics.
Yeah.
What are the basics?
Don't be a douche.
What?
Like using keywords and stuff like that.
Using keywords.
I still don't even know the definition of SEO.
Okay, you don't know the definition of SEO? Really?
Yeah, really, I don't.
Alright, we're going to read it off. SEO. Search engine optimization.
Oh, okay. That's what we learned then. Yeah. I just thought it was some super specific thing. I didn't think it was like, maybe it was like more simple than I thought it was going to be, because I thought it was some like crazy unique definition or like some highly specialized thing. And I didn't feel like it was super specialized. Sorry.
Search engine optimization is the process of increasing the quality and quantity of website traffic by increasing the visibility of a website or web page to users of a web search engine. SEO refers to the improvement of unpaid results and excludes direct traffic visitors from the purchase of paid placement.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what I learned. Just kidding.
Cool. Alright, so today we're going to be covering authority hacking.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
No.
No. Alright. Well, do you remember how I was talking about, like, in the beginning, like, the chatbots and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
So, one of the things that we want to do for our business is we want to build up an audience that's going to promote the website for us so we can rank locally. Make sense?
Makes
So,
sense.
let me go ahead and do a couple things first. Like, before, we got to share this out so people know where we're at. So, do you remember the website? Oh, shoot, I already just typed it in. Never mind.
Yeah, it's ManyChat.
Wow.
Yeah.
But did you remember that?
No, because I need a handout, bro.
You need the handout. Okay. All right. Whatever. So, broadcast, new broadcast. We're going to say, hey, bros. No, sorry, just kidding. Hey, name.
Oh yeah, you're sending your little robot out.
I'm live for part 2 of teaching SEO. Come join. And we add a button, open website, put the URL. Let's do this. Done. Go to next. We could do an image. So they see the preview. And there we go. Send. Boom.
It's weird that it works on Facebook.
Now we're going to go to Facebook. Well, what do you mean? Why is it weird it works on Facebook?
Because it's like your bot messages people on Facebook.
Oh, but why is that weird?
I don't know.
Oh.
I just didn't know Facebook you could use bots.
Yep. So then we're going to go add this to the Facebook group. It says part 2. We need it to be part 1. Hold on. So we'll refresh this. See if we can get it to go. Boom. Okay, so sometimes if it doesn't work, you can use something called Facebook Debugger, and this it'll refresh your, whatever you're trying to share. And it's still not doing it for some reason. I don't know why. Pretty weird. Oh, there it is. Now it's saying part 2, but it's not. The thumbnail isn't different. Let's see if we can change the thumbnail again. Redo this again. Well, that's annoying. Alright, well I guess we're just gonna have to share it with the same image.
Okay.
Okay. It's so hot in here right now.
It's so cold in here right now.
Is it actually cold for you?
Yeah, but you have way more clothes on than I do.
That's It's not even pulling any image now. Go. Oh my gosh, let's see if what happens. Okay, something's messing with me right now. Okay, whatever. We'll just add our own image. Like that. Post. And we'll go over here. This will be my new desktop wallpaper. What the heck? So weird. Alright. Now we can start. So let's go back to our website just to see what it looks like, just so we can remember where we're at. Skip the templates. I don't know why it's not letting us log in. There we go. There. Website, tutoring, Colorado Springs. You didn't get the letter yet, right?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. It'd be pretty fast.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
So
cool.
there's our super fancy website. Now, so there's two different things we got to do for a website. There's the local SEO, which is sort of what we covered yesterday. And today, after this, what we're going to have you do is start writing the content for this website for the different pages that we came up with. Remember, so we need content for the home page, the services pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
Around 300 to 500 words each. But then what we're also going to need to do is we're going to have to do some authority hacking. And the difference between local SEO and SEO in general and authority hacking is that this is just, so SEO is what you use to help the search engines understand what your website is about. So like, for instance, if we were to change this title right here on the website, this is what would show up on Google. So if it says Tutoring Colorado Springs right here, and let's say we go to the page here and change it, and we call it, let me see how I can change it. I think you go here. So page title. So if we change this to say, sorry, it's a little bit different in here. So if we change the page title to say, let's say we call it Tutoring Colorado Springs Terrible Service. That's what will show up on the search results.
Okay.
And you know what I mean by search results, right? So like if you look this up, this is what you're gonna click on. So that's like SEO. You're telling Google how to show you up on their search engine. Authority hacking is to make yourself more relevant to the user. So instead of trying to go and let's say do SEO so that the search engine will know who you are, what you're trying to say, instead you're focusing more on, okay, well, I want to get a bunch of reviews, I want to get a bunch of people commenting on my pages, or
Okay.
what? What?
Nothing.
What's so funny? It's Geek Talk. It does not interest non-geeks. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, I'm interested in what you have to say.
You're not interested.
That's not even my promise. Okay.
Well, you need to understand the difference, because if you don't,
I know.
oh my gosh. Oh. All right. So, the reason why authority hacking is generally more valuable, because can you stop, Jonathan? Why do you gotta do this to me, bro?
I'm listening. I just had so much coffee.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Oh. Sorry, it's like extremely hot in here.
I know, it's like so cold in here.
So, the reason why you want to focus more on authority hacking is because, like, if you were to go to a website and you saw that there was no reviews, no comments, like no social shares, like there's like nothing going on,
It just looks like bot.
it's gonna look like the only thing these people care about is just getting traffic and selling, right? Whereas maybe they're showing up high up on Google, but let's say you went to another search result that's lower down and you saw that there was like 500 reviews, a bunch of people are commenting, they're all like, which one would you rather choose?
Obviously the second one, because
The second
more
one.
trusted.
Right, because it's more trusted. And so the whole theory behind authority hacking is that if you can show yourself as like more relevant, you're about to laugh, aren't you? Oh my god, time for a beer. Oh my gosh. Should we do this a different time or what?
No, we should. It's fine. Okay, so like authority hacking just makes it like more authentic to where more people like trust it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, right. So the whole idea is that if you can create a bunch of trust on your pages, meaning you're getting a bunch of comments or reviews, the idea is that Google's going to eventually care more about that
than just like the
than about you just going and changing like this title tag like here. Because
so
that's
you
what
have to like have both then, like
you want to have
SEO
both.
and authority hacking, but
Right.
authority hacking is like more important.
Right, because here's the thing. So let's say you had two videos on YouTube, one that says the, or like let's say it says the end, and the other one says like, best way to do something in 2019. And it's like super optimized.
Yeah.
But let's say this one has a bunch of comments, a bunch of people are sharing it, a bunch of people are liking it, and this other thing has no engagement.
Okay.
Now the idea is if whatever search engine you're on, whether it's YouTube, Google, Facebook, wherever you're at, if you get enough engagement, those algorithms are going to try to disperse your content to more people.
Okay.
Based on the previous people who like interacted with it. Whereas if you get no engagement and nobody's like reviewing or commenting or sharing or whatever,
But they're viewing, let's say.
but let's say they're viewing it because it's just ranking on a search engine.
Okay.
It's not going to really matter as much because. And so, like, that's how SEO used to be back in the day, is, like, you could just put, like, a bunch of words on a page and it would rank, or you could put, like, a bunch of links to a page and it would rank. But the problem with that is, like, you're not actually really helping anybody. You're only helping search engines.
Okay, but then, like, is authority hacking more like how to get, like, organic traffic?
So authority hacking is more, well, they're both about getting organic traffic. But one is optimizing for the search engine.
Okay.
One is optimizing for the user.
Got you.
So today what we need to do is, because right now we have to wait on the content to really do any SEO. So
Okay.
what we're going to do is we're going to try to figure out our authority hacking plan.
Okay.
Now the way you do authority hacking is you generally target a larger audience, a national audience.
Okay, so then the other one is like more specific. SEO.
Right.
Okay, and then that's like getting like broader terms where you just bring in like more people.
Well, SEO can be for any keyword. It could be like for really specific local keywords, or it could be for like national keywords that you want to rank for. But authority hacking is more like, let's try to bring in engagement by doing some sort of like giving out information.
Okay.
Because like when you think about doing SEO, you usually want to rank things that are going to make you money. Like you want to rank for, let's say, tutoring Colorado Springs, because you know people are going to go search that and then they're going to call you and then you're going to get a sale. Where authority hacking is more like why you shouldn't hire a tutor in 2019 or something, or something that people wouldn't expect, because you want to bring in people thinking like, oh, why are they saying this? So like a good thing is like, a good example is like, you know, the new iPhone 11 that came out.
Yeah.
What is everybody thinking about the new iPhone 11? They're like thinking like, how do I set it up? What are the new features? What are they not thinking though? They're not thinking like, how do I break my iPhone 11?
Yeah.
So you're supposed to usually try to create some sort of shock value about what you're doing.
Is authority hacking?
And I'll tell you why in a second. Because like let's say our authority hacking for the tutoring website was, it says why you shouldn't hire a tutor.
Okay.
Like you wouldn't think about doing that on your own website, right? Because that's like opposite to what you're trying to sell.
Yeah.
Like for instance, I say SEO is dead, but I still sort of sell SEO information.
It's naughty.
But the reason why is because you want to create engagement around what you're doing, and you usually want to position some sort of alternative to what the average thing people think is. So like, for instance, like authority hacking is still sort of SEO, but I just call it that because it's like a different way of looking at it. So like you could say, instead of like tutoring, like don't hire a tutor, hire like a partner or something, you know what I mean? Like not like a partner, but you know.
So it's kind of like a different, like a branch of it, or like a different philosophical.
Right, so you're taking the common mindset that people would think about a tutor, you list all the things that are bad about it, but then you take like something that you like made that was new, even though it's sort of the same concept, and then you position that as like some new idea, and then people end up usually engaging around it. Are they saying a bunch of bad things? Oh my gosh. Give this guy a timeout.
Thanks for timeouting him.
Just checking you do want to keep this girlfriend, right? But yeah, so interesting watching geeky stuff being shown to non-geeky person. Never the two will mix, Chase, but nice try. Would you stop trolling me, Jonathan? You're making it so much harder to teach this. So the way we look up keywords, because we have our two different types of keywords. We have our local keywords, which are like, tutoring, AP tutoring, like writing, like that. Those are all local keywords. But if we want to rank for those, we want to build authority on a big level, like on a national level, by like, let's say, doing a YouTube video. So like, for instance, if I wanted to get really well known for SEO in Colorado Springs, the quickest way to do that would be to get a bunch of views for things like don't do SEO nationally, bring in an audience on like something like ManyChat where I get thousands of people who would be willing to promote my brand for me, and then have those people go and comment on a local page of mine saying, hey, can you go endorse me locally in Colorado Springs? Because now I'm taking a national audience and I'm using it to build a bunch of authority on a local level so people will hire me locally. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
authority is kind of just like validation or like
so the whole principle,
like references somewhat.
The principle is that you want to, instead of, let's say, just competing with everybody in Colorado, because that's gonna you're only gonna get so far by competing with people in your area, or you're only gonna get so far by competing with people just on YouTube, or only competing with people just on Facebook. So the idea is you build authority with some sort of shock value on one platform, YouTube, Google, Facebook, wherever, and then you take that and you repurpose it into another asset. So let's say we built a huge following on YouTube. We take all those people and we bring them over to Facebook. Or let's say we get all these people on Facebook and we bring them over to let's try to rank locally. So you're trying to just control your traffic and then use those people to build engagement or reviews or trust, like on any place that you're trying to make sales on.
Okay.
So like, for instance, like my authority hacking page, when I was trying to get a bunch of people to buy from it, what did I do what did I put on the page? Where did I take all of my traffic from, like YouTube, Facebook? I took all those people and I said, hey, go leave a comment on this page.
Oh yeah, with your little body.
So when people went to go buy from this page, they saw there's 153 comments, people endorsing me.
Yeah.
Which, what's that going to do? It's going to make people want to buy.
Yeah, because then they trust it. Yeah.
And then it also, because of all those comments and the engagement, it wound up ranking on the first page for authority hacking of Google. And that's how it works on YouTube, works wherever.
Okay.
So the way we're going to do this is we're going to use a tool called Ahrefs, and we can start looking up keywords that we can try to use to like create shock value and start bringing traffic in on a bigger level.
Okay.
Hey Chase and girlfriend, hey room. What's up, Craig? So would it be a good idea to have comments enabled on my relevant website? Yes, most definitely. Why make it so complicated? Newbies who just get started blogging easily rank. It's not a complete sentence. But with shock value, don't you think you can only cry wolf so many times I get worried about actually hurting my brand? I mean, so the idea is that for the shock value, you want about 50-50. So you want about 50% of the people to hate you, 50% of the people to like you. If you start going like 80% people hate you, that's a bad thing.
Okay.
But as long as you're getting about like an even balance, yeah, because the thing is when there's an even balance, that means both these people are gonna be fighting each other, and that means there's gonna be more and more engagement. And the whole principle again is the more engagement you get, the more people you have commenting, the better you're going to do on search engines, the more views you're gonna get, and not only that, but you're probably gonna get more people opting in to like your Snapchat or your ManyChat or wherever you're trying to bring people into a list.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll go to Keyword Explorer. We'll type in something like tutoring is bad. And the best way to do this is just to figure out what people struggle with the most when it comes to your industry. So like with SEO, I'll take something like people are spending too much money on SEO tools or something that a lot of people are doing, and then that's what I'll reverse and I'll say don't spend money on SEO tools. So I don't know enough about like tutoring to like say what people assume the most. Maybe they think that it's going to cost a lot. Maybe they think it's going to be
ineffective,
boring
or a waste of time.
Yeah. So that's something that you want to think about, and that's why it's so good to like when you want to start a business to go with something you know about, because if you know about it, then it's easy to figure out how to reverse the common mindset around it.
Yeah, of course. You have to know about a business you start. How do you start a business if you don't know anything about it?
Well, a lot of people just be like, oh, Bitcoin makes a lot of money, I'm going to go start that, and they don't know anything about it. Or let's say, people will generally just take something like, and especially with the SEO industry or just people in the marketing, they say they find somebody who's making a lot of money and they go, oh, well, I can make money too because that person's doing it. But generally, the reason why people are making a lot of money is because they know a lot about their subject. But people don't seem to understand that for some reason. So let's just type in tutoring, and we'll go to questions. This will show us a bunch of different questions. So here's a bunch of them, and so
tutoring business.
Yeah, so here you can see the keyword difficulty. As I told you, do you remember what it is?
Yeah.
What is it?
Like 0 to 99 or something.
0 to 100. Let me just read it off to you again. So keyword difficulty estimates how hard it will be to rank in the top 10 organic search results on Google. Sorry, hold on. I need to empty my disk space really quick because my computer's going to crash if I don't. Because I have too many videos on here. Sorry about this. I just have to. We don't want the whole stream to crash right now.
Yeah, that'd be sad. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm not sorry.
All right. So, the keyword difficulty is kind of a weird metric because it's just based on the amount of links going to a website. Because apparently for a long time, the biggest ranking factor was if you had other people linking to your website from one, like let's say tutoring.com linked to your tutoring website, it would tell Google, hey, this page is super valuable, so rank it higher because you have another website linking to it. Links these days are becoming less and less valuable, but the way keyword difficulties worked out is based on how many of the top 10 things showing up on Google, how many of those have really powerful links. And the way a powerful link is determined is just based on the amount of links going to that first website.
Okay, so citations.
Citations, basically, yeah. But there's actually something called citations,
So that's the same thing.
which is actually for local SEO, and citations are the amount of times your name, address, or phone number is listed on the internet, which is a little bit different. But so here we go. We got how to start a tutoring business, and we can start adding this to a list so we don't forget. So we'll press new list,
cool.
and we'll call it tutoring. So anything that stands out, we're just gonna add it to the list.
Okay.
So how much should I charge for tutoring? This is more if we wanted to like get other people who are tutors to interact with your content, and that's not a bad thing because if you go for people who already know about your subject, they're going to be more likely to endorse you because they know who you are.
Yeah.
Or they know they know about how knowledgeable you are.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you were saying only targeting people who are like, how much money should I spend on a tutor?
Yeah.
If you try to get those people to review you or comment on you, they're probably not going to be as likely to do it because they don't know how to. The trust for you is going to be less because they don't know what makes a good tutor.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter how much you put out, like how much content you put out, because if at the end of the day, like these people don't know what you're talking about, then you're gonna have a hard time asking them for reviews.
Okay.
So how much should I charge for tutoring? We could do that one. How to advertise tutoring. How does Chegg tutoring work? I don't even know what that means. How to make tutoring sound good on a resume. Just tell me if any of these pop out to you. How to start a tutoring service. And generally what you will do with these keywords is you'll reverse the thought on it. So if it's like, how to start, or how much should I charge for tutoring? You could say why you're charging too much for tutoring.
Okay.
Because then it's like people are like, what? Where if it's just how much should I charge? Generally people are like, it's not as enticing for people to go and want to see it.
Okay, so that's like more like in turning a passive statement into like, you know what I mean?
So yeah, everything you want to do generally for like this type of stuff is you want to create some sort of shock factor. If you're not, then you're usually just saying what everybody else is saying.
Mm-hmm.
Because how many articles do you think are out there for how much should I charge for tutoring?
A lot.
It's just going to be like article after article after article. But if you have something that stands out, which is like why you're charging too much, or like, you know, the biggest mistake you did when you were charging for tutoring or something.
Yeah, then they're more likely to click it because they're like, oh my god, what am I making a mistake on?
Well, and you're making more of a statement, which is like everybody. The reason why people read things these days and why they like go on the internet and they watch YouTube videos, most of them know that they can get information anywhere. Like they know that they could just Google, you know, something.
Yeah.
But a lot of the reason why people watch stuff is because they want some sort of entertainment / shock / you know,
mm-hmm.
interesting value to it. And so the way you do that is by standing out, and the way you stand out is you take what everybody else is doing and you reverse what that thing is. Gosh, there's a lot of comments here. How to find tutoring jobs. And it doesn't, so there's another thing that you can do too, which is kind of cool. So there's something you can target called shoulder niches, where you're not exactly targeting something that's just tutoring. So a shoulder niche for SEO could be like the top ways to get more money for your business in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first thing that shows up could be go do SEO or authority hacking.
Okay.
So you can start targeting a more general audience, and you don't have to necessarily only just target your direct what people are looking for around tutoring.
So broaden it.
Yeah, so you could do something like something you could be like the biggest challenges of learning or something.
Okay.
And then you could be like not hiring a tutor, right?
Yeah.
But that's just if we run out of stuff to do over here. How to make money tutoring, that's kind of a good one. Because then you could start doing like information type stuff as well. You could start selling like online
tutoring.
Products.
Okay, yeah.
Or like people who are looking for your service on like a national level.
Mm-hmm.
How much is tutoring per hour? How much to charge for tutoring primary school? So these are all like pretty good articles that we could get written. And the idea is what we'd want to do is we'd want to write the article, but then we'd also want to do a video. So like when I did the how to make money on Pornhub thing,
I believe you.
you can see it's actually showing up here. It's like number 6. And I just took the video that I made and then I transcribed it and I put it on here.
Oh, okay.
And now it's ranking, and it's also ranking on Google. And by having people clicking on it here, it also helps you rank in Google.
Okay.
So we'd probably want to do both, where we would do like how much to charge for tutoring, and then we could also do a quick video of you explaining like whatever. And then we could start a YouTube channel and start cross-promoting the two for engagement.
I have other businesses we need to do this for.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this should... I'm thinking that we do about 5 or 6 service pages locally, 300 to 500 words each, which we could bust out pretty fast. And then maybe like 5 or 6 blogs with a couple videos. And I'm telling you, we'd probably be ranking like locally at least, like within the first like month.
Okay.
Yeah, just by doing that. As long as we're following this sort of concept. And then we could put a couple like $100 or $200 in ads too. How can I get free tutoring for my child?
Oh goodness. We don't need that one.
That's kind of weird. How is tutoring beneficial? These are all really low difficulty keywords too, which is nice because if you start competing with like SEO type keywords, all those keywords are like keyword difficulty 60 or 70. Like
Yikes.
That's why I actually went on YouTube, because I didn't want to compete with everybody on Google because it's so competitive.
Mm-hmm.
How to market a tutoring business. So we'll just stick with these for now.
Okay.
Because that will be pretty good. The next thing we want to do is we want to set up our ManyChat and our Facebook page, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay, our social media and our little bot.
Yeah, so we'll set up our bot and everything, make sure it works. So let's go to manage pages.
So we're going to make another.
Create new page, yep, business or brand. We're gonna name it Tutoring Colorado Springs.
Can you make me a moderator on it?
Yeah, I'll make you an admin.
Can you find a girlfriend using SEO? Probably.
Can you guys can just be doing this, like, no need to go an outdoor lifestyle thing, you can just be doing this. What do you mean?
For videos.
Oh, well, I know, we kind of discovered that yesterday.
Yes, we suck at it.
We were trying to make a vlog and we were just like, this is dumb.
Because we're boring.
Pretty much. So we have to put the address, but we don't have to show it.
Okay. Do you want me to type in mine?
Unless it's already saved. Is this it?
No. It's not saved. If you want my address, as long as it's not on the screen.
Yeah, it's not on the screen.
Okay, then just. Sorry, I'm slow typing on this. Okay, you type in the city and state. Your little bot texted me.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
This is me standing out, and here is my question. Hey Chase, is it possible to do SEO on a Shopify website as well as you could do? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you could do it as well, but you definitely can do it. Also, I think there's a Shopify plugin that you can integrate. All right, so we'll just add a picture for now. We can just add like our thumbnail from this video just so we can get something on there.
Use it from the other. The other one's cuter.
Which one?
The one from our other video.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. Thought you were doing the opposite thing to attract an audience, get the conversation going on your website. What is the reason why I'm not doing that right now? Thank you. For local SEO, do you geotag and modify this? No, I don't. I'll change the URL, but that's it. It's taking so long to upload. Okay. I mean, at a certain point, we're gonna want to have like custom logos and stuff, which we can buy for like $5, but this is fine for now. So now that we have that, we can go to ManyChat and start setting this up. So we're gonna go to add new page.
Jesus, you have so many pages.
I know, it's ridiculous. Connect it. This will be used for an actual business, and we'll say it's a consulting business and teacher. Okay, so now we need to create our first free offer. So something that's very important to do when you're doing authority hacking is you want to figure out something that you can give away for free. And this is kind of weird and confusing, but it'll make sense in a second, I think, if I explain it right. So anytime you give something to people for free, you want to trade them for engagement, because we know that the more people we get as engagement, the better our videos do, better we do on Google, we look more valuable in terms of the person searching for us when they go and see all our comments. So how do you go and get all these people to interact with you for free? Because you can't just pay these people like, hey, I'll give you $1 if you go and like comment on my stuff, because that's going to get really expensive. So the way you get people to do it is you offer them something. So like for me, if you look at my ManyChat, you'll see I'm offering a bunch of free stuff, like this Facebook group. So here you can see it says join my authority hacking Facebook group, learn how to blow up your traffic, sales, and opt-ins for free. And then when they click on this to go get the authority hacking Facebook group, I'll show you what happens. So it says send this to me. So then here it says, hi Chase, before I send you the authority hacking Facebook group, can you please do me a favor and leave a comment on this video? After you do, let me know and I'll send you the link. So then it says, so then I click on go leave a comment. So then they go leave a comment on this YouTube video so that I get a bunch of engagements here for free. and then after that it has a delay and it'll send them the group.
Okay.
Now when they go to the group, the first thing they see on the group is go get my resources.
Mm-hmm.
So then the next thing that they do is they go and they go here, they get another landing page like this, says download all my resources. Then it does the same thing. So then I get like, the idea is you want to get like one person going and interacting with like 10 or 12 different things, like as many things as you can, because then you're getting free engagement like all over the place.
Yeah.
And the cool thing too is that you're also getting them to opt into your list. So we want to start coming up with a few things we can start giving away for free in exchange for engagement. So we could start
Probably
doing like
an assessment, like a free assessment.
well, okay, so there's two different things you're going to give away for free. There's the thing that you're going to sell. So like, let me just show you this really quick. This is kind of, there's this thing called the value ladder.
Okay.
And ideally, this is how you're going to bring people in to buy from you. So do you know what the difference is between cold traffic and warm traffic?
Cold isn't really interacting.
Cold's never seen you before. So it's like,
okay.
it's like going up to a girl in the bar and being like, hey, do you want to go out?
Yeah, it's creepy.
They have no idea who you are. So ideally what you want to do is you want, instead of just to go up and ask a girl straight for your high value, high ticket item or whatever you're trying to sell to them in a sense, you want to give them something for free first. Like, you know, hey, I'm Chase, how you doing? Do you want to talk or whatever? So you want them to know who you are before you try to ask them out, right? And the way you get people to know who you are is you give them stuff for free. Now, there's two different things you can give away for free. You can give people things for free to sell to them, or you can give them things for free to like get them into your list and engage with you. But your free thing should set the expectation for the next thing. So like, for instance, if I went up to a girl in a bar and started telling her about all this like authority hacking I'm doing, then asked her out for a date, it wouldn't really make sense. She's like, why are you telling me all about your business? And then you're asking me out. But it would make sense if I tried to sell her a course, because I'm setting the expectation at the free step. I'm warming her up to. So when you give something away for free, you want to set the expectation of the thing that you're going to end up selling to them. And when it comes to local SEO versus authority hacking, with local SEO, you're probably going to want to give away like a free like consultation or a free phone call or like a free first session, whatever it is. But with authority hacking, you usually want to give away something different, because you're usually the only thing you're gonna be selling them, at least right now, because you don't have like any courses or anything, is like, hey, I'll give you this template or whatever in exchange for a review or a comment. So that's two different things that you're gonna be trying to warm them up on. So like what I'm trying to say is like, if you wanted to get local SEO clients and you were doing like national content to bring in a bigger audience with authority hacking, you wouldn't want to give away like a free consultation, because that wouldn't make sense in a way, unless you're trying to get clients locally. So you have two different funnels basically. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So for the authority hacking portion, what do you want to give away for free that well you can trade to people for engagement on a national level?
I'm trying to think what would help them like buy the next step or actually book the tutor.
Wait, book the tutor.
Because we're selling tutoring, hypothetically.
But are we selling it locally or nationally?
Right now, locally.
Okay, but you'd want to sell it nationally.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so, but the thing is like, so let's say 100 people, you're going to trade 100 people for engagement. Like, let's say for my case, just so you don't think about you. Let's say for my case, I want to get 100 engagements on my new video. And I was to say, in order to comment on my post, or sorry, if you comment on my post, I'll give you a free like consultation or something. I'd have to do 100 free consultations for 100 comments.
Way too much.
So you want to think of something like more micro transaction, like
And that you can give to everyone. So
that you can give to everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
So like handouts.
So like you could do, and usually the best way to do it is just based on our keywords. So like how to market a tutoring business, you could be like free step-by-step guide on how to start a tutoring business.
Okay, yeah.
Or let's say checklist. And then you could just create like how I have it with my SEO template, where it's just like do this, this, and this. And it doesn't even have to be anything crazy. Like it could just be like.
Okay.
So that's definitely something that we need to do. So we have 3 things that we need to do right now. We need to create the local pages. We need to create some national pages, and we need to create some sort of thing that we could trade to people. Once we do that, then we can set up ManyChat, start trading people. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much good for today. That's a lot of information. I like doing like 40-minute sessions because anything over that.
Is that 40 minutes?
Yeah. Did it go by pretty fast?
Yeah, actually.
So do you have any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Like, was that more confusing than last time? Less confusing?
I like the other one better. I think I learned more on the other one, but this one, I think I would have learned more, like if we had our content written out.
If we had the content.
Yeah. And what?
Hey Chase, once the user leaves the comment, do they get directed to the free thing automatically? No. It just messages them again on ManyChat with a time delay. Plus, what happens if someone leaves a poor comment? Yeah, you just delete it. So yeah, I mean, what, like, if you could just tell me, like, in a nutshell what we went over today, what would it be?
Oh my god. Okay, so yesterday we did more like SEO building websites. It was more
Right.
like building websites and using like keywords. And then today we like learned how to broaden our terms and use authority hacking to like make our website better, did we not?
Right, and like we talked more about, instead of just like focusing on like building the website to rank on Google and not really thinking about the user, we talked more about like how to actually bring people in who are going to be interested in your brand so that you can become more popular online, and then
Okay.
people are going to be more likely to buy from you locally. Because if you can create a huge audience by doing this type of stuff and get a bunch of people on like a list, and you use those people to bring in like comments and reviews and stuff, people who are going to be buying from you locally, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, these people stand out 10 times more than these other people locally who have like 3 reviews.
Okay, yeah.
Do you see the difference?
Yeah.
And that's why it's so valuable, because if you can't get people to back up your brand and you're only focusing on people who are going to back you up locally, you're maybe going to get maybe like at a good point maybe like 10 to 20 people buying from you per month locally.
Yeah, it's like credentials.
And that's only 10 to 20 people who may or may not back up your brand. So the amount of time that it's going to take to build your brand up to make it look really like trustworthy is going to take a really long time, because you're only having 10 to 20 people at a time backing you up. Where if you can blow up your authority on a bigger level, like national, and focus on a bigger audience, then you don't have to worry about only competing locally and only bringing in reviews and stuff locally. You can just blow that up within a couple months, and then you look like you're super, super authoritative compared to everybody else.
Okay.
Just by spending a little bit of time competing on a national level and then building that into a local level.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yes. Sorry, this is really annoying there.
Also, how do I use authority hacking to make my website rank on Google? Because I suppose there is no where people can comment. Yeah, so definitely enable comments. Yeah, when she repeated what she learned yesterday, it has a good flow. She gets subs. Not sure what. Oh, they're probably talking to each other. You guys are cute together. I'm enjoying the series. Thank you. Alright guys, so that's it for part 2. We're not going to drag this on too long. We got some content that we got to write. We got to go to the gym, work out. But definitely leave a comment if you guys like this type of stuff, and we'll keep making it. And until we see you next time, happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Sure, that works. See you guys.